So guys, for this week, things we need to finish is the little office desk, get that done and out of the way. And then also me and Konrad need to finish the little towel rack, or not the little towel rack, it's a big towel rack. So we need to do the mortise and tenons on that so that we can start finishing it. So grab your cup of coffee, let's make some dust. The first thing I want to start with is I want to finish off the top of the little office table. So I decided on a router profile I'm going to put, and I've put the router bit in there. I'll show you when I'm done what it looks like. But first I just want to take a hand plane and just get a nice straight edge right around before I put it through the router. So let me get that done and finish this top off. That's a new edge now done. What I've done with the hand plane, I just created a nice edge for the bearing of the router to run against, so that you don't get an ugly router edge or profile. Came out very nice and straight now, so there's lots of little hand sanding on the corners to break the corners, and then lots of sanding to get this to a final finish. We'll do that in a few seconds. I just want to quickly glue up the drawers, make sure they are nice and sturdy and strong, then we'll return to this one. So guys, the drawer came apart almost totally, just the one finger joint is still in place. The dovetails on the front face is all loose, so I took them apart and I'm going to re-glue them. The base they made very funny. They put a slotted support piece in the middle, and this is in all three drawers, so I'm going to leave it like that. I suppose the idea was that time that it won't sag, because they used very thin ply when they built this. So I suppose the only thing I can think of why they did it is so that this wouldn't bend over time. So while I've got it apart, what I thought of, the top drawer doesn't have a lock, and I can't find a lock like this, unfortunately. It also doesn't have the insert escutcheon. It's very ugly and nasty. And I think I spoke to a very good friend of mine, Emil, and after our discussion I decided, or actually we decided, that the top drawer nobody ever locks it. The top drawer is the drawer that you put your pencils and your pencil sharpeners and calculators and stuff in, and that you use a lot. The middle drawer is the one you hide your sweets in, so you lock that. And the bottom drawer is where you hide your little half jacket, so that you'll definitely lock. So I'm gonna put insert a piece of wood into this. I found a nice dark piece of kiat that I'll put in there. I'll match the grain and close up the hole for the lock, as well as the keel. I will close that up, so this drawer will not be lockable, and this is the top drawer. So while it's apart, I'm going to sand it, finish it, plug all the holes and make it tidy. There's lots of ink and ink marks and ugly dirty marks inside, so I can get rid of that, and we can make this a nice drawer. So first things first, I'm going to plug the holes, then I'm going to start sanding, and then we'll take the next one. everything sanded, ready to assemble, and didn't match the color very nicely on this, so with a bit of stain I think I can get that a bit better. I also filled the keyhole, so now with a bit of magic, let's fix it. So guys, I don't know what you think, but I think this is definitely becoming worth fixing. Cute little office desk. Still a little bit of sanding to do, some spots, lots of sanding on the top. I still have to fix the top, put all the dowels back, lots of sanding on the corners. But I'm done for tonight. I think by tomorrow night this thing will be ready for this weekend. So guys, I won't be able to continue with the little office desk tonight as promised. Konrad is coming and we're quickly going to make the mortices for the tenons, for the tower rail. I'm going to see if we can get this in the clamps and done, and then maybe we'll get some sanding done on the office desk. So let's cut some tenons or mortices and get this show going. So the way we did it, we first drill it out with a Forstner bit, and then here you can see Konrad squaring it up with a chisel. Now all the mortars and tenons are now nice and dry, the table is nice and solid. So I'm quickly going to re-drill all the holes. So I'm going to take it up from a 6mm dowel to an 8mm dowel. Drill all the fresh holes, put new dowels everywhere. And then we can do the final sanding. Hi guys, so the little office desk yesterday, I gave it 2 coats of polyurethane. And I went with 2 coats before sanding because this wood was very dry and I needed a proper seal on it. So now I'm just giving it a quick flat with a 500 grit just to get rid of the woolliness in the wood. And it's really a light rub to get rid of it. It's just ever so lightly. Just rub it with a 500 grit just to get all the woolliness gone. Get it nice and smooth again. Then I'm going to give it the final coat. It came out gorgeous. Very nice, very beautiful. And I'll show you in a few minutes what the end product looks like. So guys, I don't know what you think, but I think this table came out gorgeous. It was really worth it fixing. Sorry for the shaky hands. If you look at the top, there's still some of the burn mark left, and of course then the 2 marks, the 2 holes that I plugged, as well on the corners. You can actually see where I plugged the nail holes. But all in all, I think it came out very nicely. And that's now project done. So guys, I think the little table came out very nice. I'm going to leave it now until tomorrow or the day after. Then I'm going to give it a light scuff with steel wool. and then give it a nice beeswax finish. And then as you can see, we also, all the mortise and tenons is done in the tower rack, ladder type of thing. Came out very nicely. This thing is amazing. It's very strong. The tenons we made 30 millimeters deep, so I think this will last forever. We're gonna rough up the long rails on the ends, but not the stiles, because the dowels need to slide and glide over this easier. So there's still some work left here, but the worst of it is done. For next week we've got a very serious little wedding box to build. The customer's got some nice ideas, but quite difficult to execute. The box that I'm going to make from walnut, it's all mitres, even the lid is mitered, everything is mitered, so we'll get that done next week. That's going to be quite an interesting one. But this was a nice week. We've got some of the big projects out of the workshop, so the customer can come collect this sometime next week whenever he's got time, as well as the little coffee table and the chair that we've done earlier. That goes to the same customer. So guys, it was a nice week. It was a very beautiful week weather wise. So enjoy the week coming, make some dust, but most of all, stay healthy, stay safe.